let's wrap up a couple series and start a few more. Hey everyone, welcome back to Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and as always guys, I'm Andrew. Today I've got my September TBR here for you. But before we get to that TBR, make sure you're liking and subscribing and hitting that bell notification so you can get regular updates for when I put out new content. Now, before we get into the TBR, I do need to kind of inform you guys of a little just schedule change with the channel. This is just kind of a quick announcement. I am going to be cutting back from 4 videos down to 3, so my new release schedule is going to be what my original release schedule was, which was Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And literally, it's just because I've got so much to do, and there's only so little time, and it's just kind of really hard to get 4 videos out in a week. I initially started it as part of the Olympics readathon to try and get points for my team, and then I just kept on doing it. So we're going to be kind of stepping that back. We're going to be doing, one general bookish content video a week, one tag, and a book review, and or like why you should read video a week, and then that's going to be the new schedule going forward. But that said, guys, let's get into this TBR. I have got a veritable giant stack of books here for you, but let's just jump right on in. So we're going to start off with continuing with the read-along over at the Library of Allenxandria, Dragonfly Falling, which is book 2 in Shadows of the Apt, which I am about, as of right now, about 40% through Empire in Black and Gold, and absolutely loving it. So I cannot see in any viable world where I do not absolutely love this. It is such a unique fantasy that I cannot wait to jump into this one. Alright, and then the second book that I am super excited for is going to be Skysworn, which is the 4th book in Will White. And guys, I have been dying to get back to Cradle. It's been almost a month since I read a Cradle book, which is just far too long. These are so good, and frankly, I just need to just put my head down and get through this series. I love it so much. I love it so much. All right, and then continuing on along with the read-along and finishing up Tawny Man with Megan's Reading Revelations and a bunch of other great friends. We've got Fool's Fate, and I finished Golden Fool last month, and it just absolutely floored me with how good it was, and I have no viable clue how good Fool's Fate is going to be, because if it sticks this landing, oh my god, Tawny Man is going to be just mind-blowingly good. So good. I cannot wait for Tawny Man. So that's 3 books so far. Now, starting and or continuing with the First Law World, another read-along that I'm starting with Megan from Megan's Reading Revelations, whose channel, of course, I will have linked down below, is Best Served Cold. This is the first book, I believe, either chronologically and or release, I'm not entirely sure, in the standalone trilogy set in the First Law world. I am super excited for this because it's been I've been marinating in Last Argument of Kings for the last few months. And while I was a little lukewarm on the very ending of that book, overall it was still a very, very good trilogy. And continuing the read-along with my BookTube Big Sister, we are continuing to do 1 a month in the Books of Babel leading up to the release of Fall of Babel. Babel, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I absolutely loved Senlin of Sins. It was just mind-blowingly good. Like, it's a book that just kind of grew on me as, like, I was like, I'm not sure I'm going to like this. Oh, I kind of like this. Oh, I really like this. Oh my god, I love this. Like, that was my whole reading experience. And I have just been told that this is just a completely different experience and an absolute delight. So I cannot wait to get to Arm of the Sphinx, guys. And we are going to be discussing this in Leslie's Discord, as well as in my Discord. There are just some people reading it in my Discord, Whistler Duo Discord, which of course, link will be in the description down below, and in Leslie's Discord, which I will also link her Discord down below as well. Alright, and then for the speaking of the Whistler Duo Discord, we are continuing our Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn read-along, which up next is the Stone of Farewell. it has been about 6 years since I read this book, and I don't quite remember everything that happens in this book, but I am excited to get back to it because I think I gave Dragonbone Charon like 4.5 out of 5. And I mean, guys, this book is like 30 years old, 30-ish years old. It's fantastic. I love it, and I cannot wait to get back to Ostenard. All right, I am slowly accumulating a nice stack of books over here, so we'll see how this goes. All right, and then with reading a book with my good friend Evie, we are doing Dune Messiah in September. I read Dune back in November of 2020, and then like Evie reached out to me and she was like, hey, do you want to read the other Dune books? And I was like, well, I have them, I just haven't gotten around to them yet. I don't know where they're going to fit into the TBR. Well, September, it's time to dive back into Dune and resume this series because I want to read all of the Frank Herbert books and kind of get those underneath my belt because, frankly, Dune was so good that I have no reason not to read it, and, I mean, it's not that big of an investment. Yeah, it's decent-sized font, decent line spacing. I don't see this taking too long to read. All right, and then the biggest book this month. I have had this book for months. I have wanted to read this book for months. And guys, that's going to be Dragon Mage by M.L. Spencer. I've heard nothing but good things about this book. I think the second book is like being released next year. And frankly, this book is gorgeous. I've heard great things. I don't know anything about the story because I've kind of blocked that out. I want to go into this blind. I have so much excitement for Dragon Mage. So we will see what happens when I finally get to this. All right. We are getting a stack over here, guys. I'll show you in a minute. But then, continuing on with my buddy read tradition, I didn't quite make it in August, but we are resuming in September with my good friend Walker from Walker Writes 7. That's right, I sign up for all the buddy reads that I possibly can. We're going to be doing Bloodsong by Anthony Ryan, which this is the first book in the Raven's Shadow trilogy, I believe. And I've heard nothing but good things about this book. Recently, Steve from Steve Talks About Books and stuff, sorry, I forgot for a second. They started reading this trilogy, and everybody in that group universally loved Bloodsong. So I am super excited for this. I've kind of taken a peek at the first couple pages, and I am intrigued. And then if I get all of this done, I have 2 books that were sent to me by self-published authors that I have been dying to get to. One is Cooper Station by Wilbur Seymour. Now, this is kind of like a gruff, gritty sci-fi following some pirates who have taken over like a derelict space satellite and or station. And then like one of the workers has decided to try and like take over. And I mean, this is just, I looked at the first like page and I saw 5 F-bombs. So we will see how dark and gritty this book gets. So if that sounds like something you would be interested in, there's the cover. It is by Wilbur Seymour. I will be doing a Goodreads review for this when I have got it done. And we will just kind of see what happens. It's not super long, so it's not a huge commitment. And it's got decent-sized font. Yeah, it's about 321 pages. So I will be reading Cooper Station and trying to sink my teeth into that. And then I just received The Dark Trials by T. James Kelly. And honestly, this was just beautifully inscribed by the author to me. I had commented on Shelf Centered, Bryce, his channel. He reviewed this and said it was one of the best books he had read this year. And I was just like, well, if it's one of the best books you've read this year, I'm super interested in it. And then the author saw my comment and reached out to me and asked me if I would like a copy. And this is if I understand, a YA paranormal thriller, which is usually outside of my comfort zone, but, I mean, how could I not want to read that? I mean, look at that. It's a gorgeous cover. It feels really good in the hand. So it's got good printing. I can't wait to get to this because Bryce rated this so incredibly highly. So these 2 are my If I Have Time books to try and slot these in and get them read. And that is Cooper Station by Wilbur Seymour and The Dark Trials by T. James Kelly. And that is all the books that I am planning to read in September. Let's see if I can let's see if I can get you guys the shot. All right, we're just going to kind of slowly stack them up. All right. Oh, spines out. Gotta be spines out. You gotta do the spines out, guys. Otherwise, it doesn't count. Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I don't have a problem with reading books at all. Look at that. Look at that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 books. I haven't learned my lesson at all. But that said, guys, I would love for you to tell me in the comments section down below what you are reading for September 2021. Please, let's have a good conversation. I want to see your TBRs. Or if you want to talk on a more regular basis, you can check, again, the description down below for the link to the Wisley Duo Discord. We would love to have you. We're an ever-growing community. We're almost at 200 members in our Discord. And guys, we've got so much stuff going on. We've got book giveaways. We've got buddy reads. We've got gift giving, and we've just got all these great things that I just never thought we would have in our Discord. And it's such a great community, and it's where I go and spend a lot of time just having great conversations, getting a good laugh at all the jokes. We've got gift wars and just all sorts of fantastic stuff going on in the Discord. So we would love to have you. So till next time, guys, peace out. Stay magical. Bye.